Hi, I'm Nursanty from the University of 17 August 1945 or Untak Semarang, Indonesia. I'm very happy to be here to share my experience of doing community service in the form of HUL, Historic Urban Landscape Preparation Activities in order to build competitiveness in a city. The historic urban landscape, or HUL, is an approach to the management of heritage resources in a dynamic and constantly changing environment. It is based on the recognition and identification of a layering and interconnection of natural and cultural, tangible and intangible, international and local values present in any city. According to the actual approach, these values should be taken as a point of departure in the overall management and development of the city. On November 2011, after 6 years of international policy and the best practice reviews, expert meeting and stakeholder consultation, UNESCO's General's Conference adopt the recommendation on the historic urban landscape. It is a soft law which member states can include in their suite of the legal instrument and implement on a voluntary basis. The recommendation define HUL as the urban area understood as the result of a historic layering of cultural and natural values and attributes, extending beyond the nation of the historic center or ensemble to include the broader urban context and its geographical setting. This wider context includes the site's topography, geomorphology, and natural features, built environment, both historic and contemporary, open space, land use pattern, and spatial organization, as well as other elements in the urban structure. Next to social and cultural practices and values, economic processes, and the intangible dimension of heritage. All this contribute to the city's singularity, its genealogy, and the specificity of the urban experience, which should guide any decision as to regard the planning and design of intervention. Until recently, traditional urban conservation practice focused primarily, or sometimes exclusively, on the architectural monuments of the city. Today, however, there is a broad recognition that a more inclusive and comprehensive approach is needed to identify and understand the urban values, which are the heart of the identity and character of the city. The recommendation promote the HUL approach as a new way to include various aspects of conservation in an integrated framework, such as how cultural diversity affect values and approach to conservation, the awareness of the link between natural and cultural factors in the conservation of the built environment, and the new challenge brought about rapid social and economic change, and the need to ensure a sustainable future for heritage conservation. Furthermore, the HUL approach provides the basis for a comprehensive and integrated approach for the identification, assessment, conservation, and management of historic urban landscape within an overall sustainable development framework. The HUL approach is not developed with the aim to replace existing doctrine or conservation approach to cultural heritage, but rather as a tool to integrate policies and practices to conservation of the built environment. It does this by defining operational principles that are able to ensure models of urban conservation that respect to the values, tradition, and environments of different cultural contexts. I will show you the way we have been doing to map, store information and data about important places that we love. For example, we tried to map some important points about traditional houses in Indonesia. We can put it on Google My Map, the application, and save interesting photos, videos in it, and of course we can publish to the whole world and show our uniqueness. Now, today, we would like to invite architecture students in Vietnam, especially in Van Lang University, to collaborate in mapping two cities, one in Vietnam and one in Indonesia, based on our friendship and desire to learn from each other's cultural heritage. Let us try to collaborate using various virtual communication to create interesting joint work. I'm hoping we'll be able to do it together in the future. Now, the end of my presentation. I want to thank to everyone for their attention, and I hope that our coming today this time will have a positive impact on the future of science and our heritage. Thank you.